Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's Top 5 Camps Pro Week. How the devil are we all doing? Hope you've had a good week. Right then, this week, absolutely nuts. Some of the builds are mind-blowing. In fact, all the buddy builds are mind-blowing. Yeah, you're going to like this one. At least I hope you are anyway. As per usual, we're just going to show them all in no particular order, and then at the end, we'll find out what position they come in. Not going to be easy. Let's get cracking. Alright then, so for our first build this week, we have the Mothman Tower by Wastelander84. Wow. What do we even say about this? There's levels to build in, yeah, and some stuff I can get my head around, but things like this, no, I'm not even going to attempt it. All I'm going to do is sit back and admire the magnificence. What a stunning looking creation. Looks like some bloody ancient cultist shrine or something like that, doesn't it? It's a bonny one. It's a bonny one. Now, in terms of the actual building itself, I'm not actually seeing too much structure-wise. I'm trying to work out what the actual main part of it is made of. See some wavy willard stuff in there and whatnot, but I can't actually see something too substantial, to be honest with you. A lot of the aesthetics from this comes from that top piece, and of course the winding staircases that have been made out of the benches there. But yeah, up top, that's where all the action is. Loving the decor up there, Wastelander. All the conduits, the spikeboard traps is a nice touch, actually, using them as decor pieces. I've seen that before on like perimeter walls and whatnot to act as spikes, but it looks awesome. It looks bloody bob on, and the little shriney bit there as well. It's beautifully decorated, and it's all in theme as well. Not too much of it either. Not overly done. Yeah, this camp, Wastelander, I love the thing. It's more of a spectacle rather than a camp, if that makes any sense. But it's awesome. Fantastic work with this, my friend. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Truly, truly awesome looking build. From one banger to the next, for our second camp, we have Kitsune A9 with another incredible build. I mean, look at that. Look at that thing, man. And may I remind you all, these are done in adventure mode as well. So, yeah, makes it even more impressive. What I really like about this thing is, one, its difficulty and how it's been executed, but number two, how it's got kind of a retro look about it, but also an extremely futuristic kind of look. And for some reason, I'm getting hints of Shark Tale. Don't know why, but it reminds me of the car wash in Shark Tale. You know, where they scrub the whales and shit. Getting hints of Shark Tale. Jeez, honestly, sometimes I listen to myself and I think, how did I get to where I am on YouTube with some of the absolute shite that comes out of my mouth? Honestly, I don't know you all listen to me. I really don't. But anyway, yeah. A very, very complicated camp in obviously a tricky location with it being 8,000 foot above the ground. Adds a whole nother level of challenges and, you know, workarounds that you got to do to it. So yeah, kudos to you for that. But another thing as well, right? The level of detail stood out, every single part. Like, even decorating that truck, you know, it's had an arse built onto it. It's been heavily, heavily modified. It looks great. There's been a lot of work put into this, guys. This is probably my favourite of the week. I'm just going to come out and say it. I mean, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. It's so well filmed as well. Alright, Kitsune, awesome work. Need I say any more? Thank you very much for entering this time around, pal. Okay then, so let's keep on going, pretending that I actually know my arse from my elbow and I'm still relevant with camp building knowledge. This is camp number 3. We have the Radiant Ghoul Grove by the Akiras. The colours on this, instantly. That's the thing that strikes you into it. Look at it, man. So bright and just, bright, really. I don't know. Honestly, I think you all reckon I'm joking when I say that my mind is fucked, right? But it is. Bright is literally the best analogy I could come up with there. Seriously, I need help. I need help. But enough of my struggles, yeah, game face. Let's have a look at the camp in detail. So, in terms of the actual structure, it's not a big one. It is not a big one. It's quite small and compact. But what I love about the Akira's builds is they won't just throw down some walls and call it done. They'll add texture to them, as we can see here on this one. I don't know about you, yeah, but stuff like that just makes a build look way more interesting, and I don't know, it just shows that there's been a bit more effort put into it. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? I hope you do. I hope you do. But anyway, yeah, enough of that little structure. We'll take a look at that inside in a minute. Let's actually have a look at the garden, because that's the centerpiece. And I've just got one question for you. What in the name of Stargate SG-1 is going on there? If you're old enough, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. It's a really cool use of the rad shower, and I like how you put the flames underneath it as well. But the thing I really did like is the ghouls in the ground being used as fertilizer. No, I've not just made that up, I've read the description. I can read, believe it or not. Yeah, I thought that was a really clever idea. The way it's been executed is perfect, and it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Let's be honest with ourselves. Overall, this build, I think it was bloody fantastic. I like the main structure as well, like I say, the textures on it. And if we take a look inside of it, the decor, again, it keeps in theme. Rather simple, but beautifully done. Beautifully done. Akira's, thank you very much for entering this week. Probably one of the more unique camps of the week, and I like it. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Right, so camp number 4, our first honourable mention of the week. Yes, I know we don't usually do this, right? But this build by ButterDope is actually over budget. So it is limited to an honourable mention, unfortunately. However, let's just ignore that and let's just bask in the magnificence. Just breathe in the sheer greatness of Buddha's Dream Flights camp. Again, I ask you, why do you watch me? So, my favourite thing about this one is the fact that it's a Wavy Willard's Castle style build. We've seen a lot of these by now, guys. That doesn't mean it's any less impressive, let's be honest with ourselves. But yeah, they always look fantastic when they're well executed, like Buddha's done here. Now, this one gets extra props from me because it's floating. Again, it does add another layer of complexity, and we have got to take that into account, guys. I don't care what any of you say. It does have to be, you know, a consideration when we're ranking builds, judging on and placing them, etc., etc. So yeah, I have got to take that into account as well, even though it can't be ranked higher than an honourable mention. But ignore everything I just said. My point is, Mon Petit Fleurs, right? It's a difficult build to do on the ground, as is. You put it up in air, it makes it more difficult. There you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. If my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. 10 points to anybody who knows that reference. Buddha, it's a beautiful looking camp, this, pal. You know, technicality aside. What I do actually really appreciate, though, is how you've made it look like it's been ripped out the ground. The bottom Wavy Willard's pieces kind of look like foundations. You've got the stones floating around the side of it, you know, like Magneto when he tore up Auschwitz. That kind of vibe. I love it. It is a solid build, this, my friend. I wish I could do stuff like this. I really do. I really do. Camp building has just got so stupid since the game first came out. Still blows my mind. Still blows my mind. Now, in terms of the interior, I'm not actually seeing too much in the video. Let me just have another quick scouty scout through, see if I can see any more. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much, but the bits that I can see, decently well done. I am only seeing one room, though. Let me know if I'm missing anything there, Budder. But yeah, cool camp. Obviously rather technical. It's just a shame I can't put it any higher, mate. But yeah, thank you very much for entering this week, pal. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Camp number 5. Is it camp number 5 that we're on? I think it is, yeah. Camp number... Jesus, this has gone quite fast, actually. No, I've been recording for 45 minutes. That's how much I mess up. Literally, I'll use about 20 minutes of this. I'm currently on 45. But anyway, yeah. Camp number 5. This is the Lab 1 build by Mr. KIFd. My friend, it's so good to see you again. Fantastic builder. I'm glad you're back in the top 5, pal. This build is the epitome of small things come in good packages. Nope, good things come in small packages. Try again. This build is the epitome of good things come in small packages, and Kif is a master of this. A lot of his builds are along this kind of style, and I'm all for it. What I did really like about this one is the fact that he's made it floating, almost, by using the roof pieces as floors. It's a nice little detail, that, Kif, and it does make it stand out a lot more. I also really appreciate how you've made it look supported. Guys, if we take a ganders underneath it, there's things holding it up. Gravity does exist, yeah? And I can't stand builds where they'll just have floating shit. They will literally just have floating shit with no plausible explanation of how it's being held up. So, Kif, thank you for keeping things slightly sane. Sane is not a word you can use on this channel. So fuck, I've lost it. Kif, it's an awesome looking structure, mate. I love how scrappy it is on the outside of it. Again, much like the Akira's, but done in a different way. We've got textures, you know, different wall pieces being used. The grass roofs always add a little bit of depth to things as well. Yeah, it's a cool structure. Really good looking structure, this. Scrappy, law friendly. What more could you want? Now, another thing that Kif is a master at is decor. And this is no different. Everything from the exterior shit to this wonderfully well-crafted interior here. I can't fault it. I cannot fault it. Such a well-decorated little camp. I'm a massive fan of this one, KIFd. Thank you very much for entering this week, and congratulations on whatever position you come in. Alright then, so, Jesus, what? For build number 6, we have the Chrysler Custom by Radrux. Right, I'm a sucker for these kind of builds, guys. I really am. I see a car or motorbike or vehicle, and I get slightly erect. No, that's too far. Can I just clarify? I don't get slightly. Maybe I do. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this is fucking nuts, Radrux. Look at that thing. Again, something I'd kill to be able to do. I'd literally have a fleet of these bastards as a camp. I really would. Look at that. It looks like the love child of some weird three-way gangbang between a bloody Chevy Bel Air, a Dodge Challenger, some form of generation of Mustang in there. It's just loads of different cars smashed together, and I love it. I'm all for it. This is such a cool-looking build, mate. And you know what? Extra props for putting it on mud tyres as well. Gives it a Mad Max kind of vibe. I also like the side skirt things that you've made as well. It's kind of Rocket Bunny-esque, I guess, in some weird way. Didn't know that'd ever be possible in Fallout. Oh, it's got an exhaust as well. Honestly, I'll be straight with you. I am behind the times on camp building. Yeah, it's moved on a lot, and I do struggle with a lot of the methods and working them out and stuff. So I'm not even going to insult Radrux by trying to dissect this. It is what it is. It's a cool looking camp, and I'm going to leave it at that. Radrux, thank you very much for entering this week, my friend. Congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Okay then, so for our 7th and final camp, no, it's not any easier for me to judge. This is also an absolute fucking masterpiece. This is the lifted Ultrasight Cave build by Yebear. I mean, what is wrong with you? What? I'm sure, right? I'm sure you all wanted me to come back to the top 5. Not to showcase your builds, but just to torture me. Just to pull the last remaining brain cells that I've got out my head and just piss on them. I'm sure that's the intention, because this week has been stupid. And to finish it off, we have something like this, which I've also got to place now. So thank you very much, everybody. Hope you're proud of yourselves. But yeah, on a serious note, if we didn't have any builds, then we wouldn't have any content, would we? So thank you. This doesn't look like a cave to me, Yebear. It looks like some giant mutated plant, mate, or like a piece of bread that's been left in cupboard for way too long, and it's somehow grown a leg and extend. What's mouldy? It looks mouldy, but it's not a bad thing. It looks good. It's a mouldy looking good thing. Great analysis. But on a serious note, yeah, but I love how you've used the boulders to create this. And, of course, the meteorites. It's a lot like Buddha's castle before, and them kind of builds, it feels crafted. Yeah, because it's not been built by, what's the best word, like standard wall pieces and whatnot, or, you know, standard items in the game. It's been created out of loads of little things. It just gives it that handcraft. Do you get what I'm trying to say or not? Please just tell me if you get me or not. Sorry for that outburst. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is it feels built. It feels like it's had time and love put into it. And I like that. It does make a camp a little bit more special for me. Yeah, to be honest, there's not much more to see on this. So yeah, Bear, I'm going to say thank you very much for entering. And congratulations on whatever position you find yourself in. Speaking of them positions, let's try and get through them right now without having an aneurysm. Okay then, so we're going to start a little bit backwards this week because we know who one of the honourable mentions is. So for our first honourable mention, we've got ButterDope. And again, guys, it's nothing to do with the structure. It's just the fact that it's over budget. Awesome camp, though. The second person I'm going to put in the honourable mention spot is going to be... It's going to be KIFd, I think. Very tough choice, and in a normal week, it would have been much, much, much higher. So yeah, the 2 honourable mentions, Buddy 2 Dope, Buddy 2 Dope, Budder 2 Dope, and Mr. KIFd. Okay then, let's get into the top 5 positions. Excuse me. So my number 1 this week is going to be Kitsune with the fucking shark tail car wash looking thing. Amazing looking structure. Do I need to say any more, really? In the number 2 spot, this is a tough one. You could put either 2 or 3 in this position, vice versa. Fuck. Who do I go for? I'm going to go for Rux with the Mad Max style Chrysler in the number 2 spot. So in the number 3 spot, that is going to be Wastelander 84 with the Mothman Tower. Those 2 builds, Rux's and Wastelander, interchange them as much as you want. So yeah, number 2 spot, Rad Rux. Number 3, Wastelander 84. In the number 4 spot, it's going to be with the Mouldy Cave build. Awesome looking thing, mad design on it. Yeah, it's different. It's different, and that's why it's going in the number 4 spot. That leaves in number 5 the Akiras with the Ghoul farm. Beautiful lighting. I like the little added textures you put on your build. Awesome camp. Again, another one that would have been a lot higher if the week wasn't absolutely mind-blowingly stupid like it has been this time around. So yeah, that's your positions, guys. If you disagree with them, let me know down in comments. If you think I've got it totally wrong, let me know down in comments. And if you just want to leave some hate, then please, again, so let me know down in comments. But yeah, as we say in the north, I will love you and leave you, and I'll catch you next one. Have fun, everybody. Much love. Tatty bye.